first grade families. I want to give you a quick tutorial on the awesome online reading website and app that is now available for your child. So here's how you can access it and the steps that you should always take when you're using the Raz Kids platform. So first, you're always going to want to go to our first grade website. Go to our class page, Miss Maya's class, where it has all that important information that you need, like our Zoom links, the newsletter, the friendship directory. You're going to scroll down until we get to active links. Hooray! We've got a lot there now. So you will click on this tab right here, this button, okay? And that is going to bring you into our Raz Kids login page. One thing I do want to recommend is that sure, you can always access Raz Kids from our class page on the first grade website, but really I suggest that you download the app on any and all devices your child uses. It's just easier that way. That way your child is able to grab your phone or look at the iPad or the Kindle and tap on the app. Boom, they're in. They don't even have to sign in. So it just skips a lot of steps. It makes it easier for you, easier for them. So I really recommend downloading the Raz Kids reading app on all of your devices so you don't have to go through all these steps. But the initial step will be you're going to go to the login page, and there it is. There's my name. There's the cute robot, and your child is going to scroll down and find their name. Now, I have my dog Baloo on this account, and so we're going to use Baloo as an example. So we're going to click on his name, and that will bring you into the next page. That's our password page. Now, your children have 2 picture passwords, and I put the PDF link in the email that you have accessed. So go ahead and please print out their password. Print out 2 copies, 3 copies. Put one in the brain bag, put one on the fridge, and tape one to their bedroom door. You can never have enough password cards, and it's just really helpful to know your password. So before the kids memorize, they're going to have to look at that piece of paper with their password. Your child has 2. My dog Baloo has 1 because he's just a dog. So once you click on your password, your child is going to see this screen. So many screens. You're going to see this exciting ship blasting off called the reading room. And then you're going to see this dome on the ground called level up. Now, when your child does their 20 minutes of required reading per day, you're always going to want them to be reading in the level up section, because in the level up section, that has all of the books in their library that are at their own independent reading level, okay? When we read at our independent level, consistently, we gain those skills, gain the practice that we need to level up into a higher level. So if your child is clicking on the reading room, there are all these other great books, but they're not going to be working at their own independent level, and they won't be leveling up to the next highest level, okay? So once again, please make sure that your child always clicks on the level up section for their independent reading so they can be working at their independent level. So I'm going to click on it here. And then it'll bring you to a whole library of books that your child can access at their own independent reading level, which is amazing. I want to really highlight the important steps your child needs to take when they're reading at their level in Raz Kids. first, your child is always, now they can select any book they want. There are so many books to choose from. Let's say Baloo wants to choose on teeth brushing fun. That's cool. But guess what? Your child is going to always have to listen to the story first, where those headphones are. Always listen to the story first to build that background knowledge and visual memory of any new words introduced. Second step, they're going to want to read the book themselves. And Raz Kids is smart. If your child is just clicking through the arrow really quickly, Raz Kids will not give your child credit for reading the book. So they really make sure that your child is reading at a pace that is accurate. After your child has listened to the story, read the story themselves, then they're going to click on this question mark. And the question mark has comprehension questions that are going to ask about the story. This part, this comprehension part, is going to feel tricky at first. A lot of the times there's language introduced that your child may not have heard before. So I really recommend the first couple days that your child is reading on Raz Kids, really sit with them and sit with them particularly through this comprehension part, okay? Most of your children are on a level where they can literally click, and hopefully we can see it here, where your child can literally click on the comprehension question and have it read to them, as well as the answer. So let's watch it here.
What is the problem in this story?
That's really helpful because if your child is reading at a level C, they can't read the word problem yet. So always train them to click on it, so they click on the sentence so that they can hear the prompt. And it's also great because then they can click on the selections.
Manny's parents tell him to take a bite.
Okay. Now, one good thing about Raz Kids that it really helps to promote is it really helps to promote the idea that reading isn't just reading to decode, to sound out the words, but we're reading for meaning, for understanding and connection. And that's why the comprehension is so important, okay? I think it's always important if your child is, in fact, reading from our website, they're always going to want to log out right here. Otherwise, people are going to hop on and have access to your child's reading account. Okay, so that's also why I recommend just downloading it on a device at home too, where your child can easily access. So now you know your child's password, you know how to access Raz Kids, and you know the 3 steps to follow: listening, then reading, then answering questions. And once your child has done all 3 things, they get credit for reading that book. And once your child has read all of the books, listened to, read, and answered all of the questions, once they've done that with all of the books, then they will be leveled up. So you can see here, Baloo is at a level C. He's got 52 jobs left to level up to the level D. And there's one more recommendation. You might have your child go, oh, I want to listen to this, and then I want to listen to that. Oh, and then I want to listen to this story too. I really recommend, and in fact, I require that the kids stick with one book to perform all 3 tasks. So if your child is choosing teeth brushing fun, they're going to want to listen to it. Then they're going to want to read the story. Then they're going to want to answer the questions. That way, the story's fresh in their mind. They can complete the whole process. They'll get credit for it, and then they can move on to the new book. Okay? So give it a try this weekend. troubleshoot. It's a lot of fun and it's a great reading program. And especially for all of us at home with not a lot of books, your child has a whole library at their independent reading level. So I hope this was helpful. Thanks for listening. And always, I'm here for you if you have any questions or concerns. Okay, bye.